Getting in. The door opens forward. When getting inside the room, the bodyguard shall behave in the same way as when getting out. Let's study the mistakes which are most often made by bodyguards when moving through the doorway. First mistake. The client is leaving the room first. In this case, he can easily get under fire. Second mistake. The bodyguard is leaving the room with his back forward. In this case, he may fall down the stairs or run into a garbage bin, which will not make the guarded person proud of him. The worst thing that can happen is opening the door with the same hand. As you can see, in this case, the bodyguard opens the door too wide. As a result, the explosion takes place. The bodyguard cannot control the rear and the client as well when moving through the doorway. The best thing that might happen in this case is a short-term loss of the client. At the worst, he can be kidnapped or beaten, and you won't be able to help him. And finally, the fifth mistake. The bodyguard takes the wrong position by the door. As a result, he doesn't control the space behind it. Moving along the corridors. When moving through the corridors, the bodyguard takes position behind the client, covering his back. If the end of the corridor has corners, which is most possible, it becomes the basic point. If the corner is to the right, the bodyguard takes the front position to the left from the guarded person. The client is between the bodyguard and the wall, one step behind. Mistakes. Most widespread mistakes when going through the corridor and the corners are the following. The bodyguard moves close to the corner and doesn't see the enemy. To play the situation right, the bodyguard can see a shoulder or the legs of the enemy and thus protect the client in time and repel the attack. Moving up or down the stairs. When moving on the stairs, the bodyguard should move in front of the guarded person closer to the banister. This position will make it easier for him to identify the enemy in time. The bodyguard is to pay attention to the windows at the stairs landings. A shot from the street through the window is a usual thing. That's why when moving by the window, the bodyguard starts moving slower and lets the client go forward. Mistakes. As you might have already understood, the key mistake here is the client moving in front of the bodyguard. Let's see how it looks in case of attack. If going down the stairs, the client is going down first, his legs are the first thing that the enemy can see. All the enemy is left to do is shoot them. During the climb up the stairs, everything is even clearer, as you can see, since the head of the client goes first. But if the bodyguard is going first, he is able to react. Even if not, and the enemy shoots him, the client has a chance to just run away. Unlike earlier cases, where there will not be such a chance. About the author. Kozlov Sergei Nikolaevich, a former KGB and Federal Security Service officer, fought against terrorism and provided security to state leaders. Author of the Guide for Bodyguards and Short Course of Lectures for Bodyguards, and a series of programs specially developed to train bodyguards and cash carriers. Worked out the tactics system of self-defense, REX. At present, the head of the agency training the bodyguards for private clients. The car can move.